married for 50 years. What is the secret to a great relationship? There's a lot of little kids here. So is it searing passion and great kissing? Is it somebody who knows how to cook the most delectable meals?
Yes.
Is it a lot of beer? Awesome children? Well, one thing that leapt out to us, we were thinking about growing up with our parents, and we remembered this moment when I was 7, Brian and Lorna were 5, and my dad was working for RCA, and the news came that there was going to be a big project in Vienna, Austria. And a lot of the people who are working on this project said, okay, you know, my kids are in school, we have a nice house, so me, the engineer, I will leave for Vienna, Austria, my family will stay in the United States, and we'll just commute for 6 months or 9 months. But that's not what my parents did. They decided, well, we would all go. It would be an adventure. And, you know, next thing we know, us kids are enrolled in British school, and we're buying these, like, shiny leather backpacks for our books that we'd never kind of seen that kind of thing before. And we're trying to pronounce Wiener Schnitzel in restaurants and learn German. And what we were really struck by was that my parents would choose to do that together. And that's the kind of relationship that they had, where everything was an adventure, and they always chose to do everything together, and they never spent huge amounts of time apart. And they were really devoted to each other and just treated life in that way, as something to be experienced together. And we saw that over and over again, not only in Vienna, but again when they moved to California. And even if they knew it was going to be like a short assignment somewhere, they really wanted to be together for the whole thing. And we saw it in big ways like that, but we saw it in small ways all the time with, you know, if my dad had a work dinner, he would bring everybody to the house, and Mom would cook dinner for them, and they would have their work dinner there at the house. Or if Mom had work colleagues and she wanted to entertain them, it would be at the house, and my dad would be there. And their lives were very fused together in a way that I think is rare and pretty extraordinary. So if you can raise your glass and toast them for the incredible accomplishment of what they've achieved, 50 years together. And I know there may be other people who want to say things too. You're welcome. Cheers. Cheers.
And I'll raise my glass. Thank you, Helen. You're welcome.
So we didn't really have a plan on how we're going to do this. I guess you can raise your hand, or maybe we'll start at the table. We got a volunteer. Trish, you go first here.
I'm thrilled to be here tonight to celebrate the Mary and family of best friends. In a reasonably sober moment last night, we were trying to figure out how long I've known them, and the answer came out at 47 years. Wow. Does anybody read that? Larry used to work with my ex-husband at the BBC in the 60s. That's how far back it goes. With lots of stories in between, we all ended up in the US. They were on the right coast and we were on the left coast, but we think of it as the correct coast. Anyway.